Sat Nam, and welcome to this practice that we're going to do together. We're going to wake up the chakras. We're going to do the Kriya for oneness, and then we're going to meditate for our intuition. And you can take a good seated position and find your sit bones. You can even sway from side to side, from front to back, and find where there is a nice middle ground. And once you've found your middle ground, allow your sit bones to start growing roots to earth. And visualize yourself as an iceberg. That on top of the sea there's a mountain that is stable, relaxed but elevated, with the spine reaching high and with the head falling upwards and chin tucked in, shoulders and lips relaxing. And under the sea there is a big body, your aura, your roots, your connection to the mycelium network. To this planet that holds us and feeds us always. And take a deep breath in through your nose, and deep breath out through your nose. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and deep breath out through your nose. Arrive with your body, your mind, and your energy to one place, here and now, and allow it to fall like a sediments in a glass of water falling down to the ground. And then let's bring our hands in front of our heart chakra, with the thumb pressing in to the breastbone, left pressing right and the right pressing left. The yin and the yang supporting each other. And with the connection up and down, and the left and right, we create an electromagnetic circuit. Bring your eyes to the third eye point, eyes closed. And let's prepare to chant Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the higher teacher within me, that my highest consciousness, together. Let's breathe in and start chanting. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a deep breath in and hold your breath. Squeeze your root lock, anus, sex organs, and navel center, allowing the lowest triangle of your chakras to become stable and the spine to become also stable, and holding it tight while your heart and your shoulders open up. Feel the energy rising up to your throat, your third eye, and your crown, and opening up to the cosmos and your aura. And then breathe out and bring your hands to your knees, palms facing upwards, eyes closed. Feel how you feel. And keeping your eyes closed, you can start to engage your root lock. Breathing deeply in and holding your breath and squeezing your anus sex organs, the perineum and navel, in and up. Gently holding for a little while and then slowly breathing out. You can bring your eyes to the third eye point and you can engage the Gyan Mudra, index finger and thumb touching. And in your own timing, breathing deep in, holding and squeezing the root lock, engaging the whole first and second, and a little bit also the third chakra. Bringing stability, safety, creativity, and the sense of yourself. Then you can release the practice. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. And you can keep your eyes closed, gazing at the third eye point, but turn your palms down, grabbing your knees and beginning softly doing your Sufi grinds. Feeling the sit bones, the pubic bone, the other sit bone, and the tailbone, anchoring your Sufi grinds to the ground. If you're sitting on a cushion, you might want to move it. And if it's hard to do this sitting, you can stand up and do pelvic rotations. That's also an option. Works as well. And it's a great thing to do if you're outside. And there's no hurry or rush, but allow your lower back to curve together with the rest of your back. And when you come front, allow your heart and your throat to open. Like a little stretch. And when you add that, you can feel the stretching from your ears to your throat to your heart. When you come forwards, deep breath in, ears, throat, heart opening up, shoulder blades helping you. Beautiful. Beautiful work. And then in your own time you can change direction. Finding your physical boundaries and your limitations, sensations of your contours. tracing how you are and where you are today. Let's change direction one more time. And then slowly starting to bring yourself back home towards the center. Slowly, slowly. And then take a deep breath in, engage your root lock. Hold your breath, squeezing root lock, eyes at the third eye point. And breathe out. Let's change our feet. So bring the other foot in front. And grab your shin and the foot in front of you. And we're going to start doing spinal flex. So bringing your heart forwards and your heart backwards. Now here, you can use your hands to support yourself, but remember that your head is staying up all the time. And also your shoulders are not really moving back and forth, but it's more the spine. Allow the lower back to curve. Notice your belly and sit bones moving here. That's the main focus. The heart is just an additional bonus. We're still concentrating on the lower chakras, moving more now from the second to the third, but still rooted to the root chakra. Waking up the spine. And this you can also do standing with a wide position, holding your knees. Three, two, and one. Take a deep breath in, come to center, hold your breath, squeeze your root lock, allow the energy to rise upwards while also rooting deep down. And let go of the breath. Open your eyes. And let's move to rock pose on our knees. If this is a really difficult position, you can sit on a chair with your knees together, or you can stand up. But grab your knees, and you can put something underneath the feet, definitely to support. And here again, you can close your eyes when you're ready, breathing in when we come forwards, and breathing out, coming backwards. And now see how the spine moves very differently, and you can actually use your elbows and your shoulder blades to increase the amount how your heart is moving. So here we are starting to move up towards the heart chakra. Color is green. In the Buddhist tradition, it's blue or white. close your eyes and bring them again to the third eye point. If you feel that you're getting a little bit too overstimulated, you can bring your gaze down to your chin. Allow the breath to be deep and full so that you can really massage yourself internally. Chin tucked in. Last one. Then take a deep breath in, come to center position, hold your breath, chin tucked in, root lock, anus 6 organs and navel center. Allow that energy to rise up to your throat, root, root, root. And then breathe out. And let's come quickly to sit with our legs straight and just shake, shake, shake so that there's some blood back in our legs. So you can shake the legs and then open and close, and then bringing our toes but forwards and backwards, pumping a bit the lymphs, which is always a good thing to help the lymph nodes. And then shake one more time. Open and closing. And then let's come back to rock pose. And this time we're gonna take a deep breath. That's it, exactly. If you want to drink something, let's take a sip of water here. Beautiful. And now we're going to do spinal flexes. Now if you have a spinal problem, then cross your hands around your chest and then across your chest and then moving like this. The thing is really that we're moving the navel and the heart, and the head is really just following. So don't be tempted to try to twist too much. But to get a nice position, let's bring our elbows and our hands out. Engage your shoulder blades. Now allow your sit bones to root and your tailbone to relax. So if you're too much like this, allow your tailbone to root and ground. That means your navel center is activated. Opening beautifully your rib cage, and then just a tiny bit opening your hands upwards. And then let's drop our hands down, 4 fingers front, the thumb back. Lift your elbows. Feel the stretch in your ribs and in your sides. Breath in to the left, breath out to the right. Chin tucked in, eyes closed at the third eye point. Now if you keep that elevated position, your spine is going to be quite stretched, and that in itself is going to protect your spine. These kind of twists are always a bit, they're not dangerous, but they are activating a movement that is not, that we have to take care of the back and the spine. And now we are really bringing the energy up to the heart and up to the throat. So allow that movement, your hands, to really bring that energy to your throat and also your ears. And with the combination of your arms, your breath, connecting the throat, ears, and then also the third eye point with your gaze, we are activating the throat and the third eye point chakras, and also the ears have chakras that are being awakened here. 3, 2, last one, and come to center. Deep breath in, elbows up, root lock, anus, sex organs and navel center, eyes at the third eye point, energy rising up through the spine, and then breathe out, relax. Bring your hands down to your knees and just feel how you feel. And if you can not move at all, that would be great. And from here, in this state of bliss and elevation, keeping your eyes closed, you can start bringing your shoulders up to the ears with a deep breath in, and then allow your shoulders to rotate. Clearing the throat, clearing the ears, clearing the pituitary gland that is just there behind the sinuses and where the nose meets the skull, the forehead. And then let's change direction. Allow your elbows to help you bring your shoulders back, up, and relaxing forwards. One more time. And then bring your shoulders up, up, up to the ears. Deep breath in, hold and squeeze your root lock. And slowly, gracefully relax and breathe out. Release everything. And for a moment, just feel how you feel. Allow your head to fall down, keeping your shoulders and your spine exactly where they are, just allowing the head to fall down. And then gently just moving your chin, not even the forehead, just the chin to your left, keeping the head down. And then breathing out, coming back to the center. Very tiny movement. Breathing in, moving your chin to the right, head staying down. And breathing out, coming back to the center. And every time you come back to the center, the head is even more heavy and more relaxed. Very, very deep stretch for your neck and for your jaw. Also your ears. Extend the breaths. Slowly, gently come to center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then you can open your eyes. our cow position. So here, knees just underneath your hip bones, your hands underneath your shoulder blades. Bring your thumbs out. That way you can bring away your weight from your wrists. And quite a lot actively pushing yourself away with your hands so that you can really feel yourself in your shoulder blades. Now allow your belly to hang down. Your sit bones are smiling to the ceiling, and then your head comes up. Remember to root your shoulder blades down so that you have a long neck. Eyes gazing upwards to the third eye point. Breath of fire. If you're pregnant or menstruating, long deep breath. If you're having any kind of sensation that it's too much to do the breath of fire, just listen to yourself. Respect and honor your feeling today, and do long deep breathing. Doing really great. And there can be a very strong stretch from your throat and your heart, throat, and your eyes. There's a very powerful stretch that goes also to your ears and to the membrane around your brain. And it's the fascia that is being stretched now. And that's a very good thing. So that we can create more juiciness, more flow inside the fascia and the tissues around your skeleton and your muscles. 3, 2, 1, and breathe out and push yourself into cat. Close your eyes and look at the third eye point through your closed eyes. Belly up, navel up to the spine, breath of fire. Keep pushing yourself away. Three, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in, hold your breath. Spine all the way curved, navel in, holding your breath and squeezing the root lock. Eyes gazing clearly through the Pituitary gland and third eye. And then breathe out and come to a child pose just for a second, just very shortly. And then take a deep breath in and a sigh. And peel yourself up from the ground to a seated position, cross-legged seated position. There's a lot of things happening with your energy and even with your blood. So the more softly and gently you can move And even keep your head down as much as possible when you're peeling yourself up, and just avoid jerky movements. That's kind for yourself. Now let's do the last one of our warm-ups with the mantra Satnam, Satnam, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Bringing your hands, before that, we're going to bring our hands up on top of our skull in a Venus lock, crossed eyes, crossed fingers. Close your eyes and look up into your skull. Breath of fire. You can bring the hands a bit closer to your head, so it's not that far actually. It's quite close to the top of your head. You might feel the heat from your palms. And we are activating our crown. Again, if it feels that today is not the right day to do the breath of fire, honor yourself. Three, 2, 1. Hold your breath, squeeze your root lock, and while holding your breath and looking up to the skull and the crown, allow your hands to crack open with the light beaming in through that crack. And then allow that energy, that light to expand while you're brushing your aura with your hands, opening up and filling yourself and your aura with light. And then for the last part, we're gonna do the mantra Satnam, Satnam, Vaheguru, Vaheguru, with 2 fingers pointing down and then pointing all the way up. The fingers are like this next to each other. Let's go. Satnam, Satnam, Vaheguru, Vaheguru, 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 Satnam, Satnam, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Last 2. Satnam, Satnam, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Last one. Satnam, Satnam, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Bring your hands up and take a deep breath in. Hold your breath and squeeze your root lock and stretch up with your fingers as much as you can. Eyes at the third eye point. Energy beaming through your spine all the way up through your fingers to the cosmos and rooting down deep, deep, deep to Mother Earth. And exhale and brush the aura with your 2 fingers. And grounding the energy, the 2 fingers down to the ground. And then you can open your eyes. So if you want to take a sip of water, change your cross-legged position. Go and sit on a chair, that's also possible. to start with our Kriya for Oneness. Part 3. Bringing your hands in your lap in a Venus Mudra. And we're going to chant a mantra, God in me and God are one. We're going to start slow and then we're going to increase our singing the way that you feel good. Your eyes are closed and looking at the chin point. Chin tucked in, rooting down to Mother Earth with the spine now very strong and electrified, you could say. Let's start. God in me and God are one. God and 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 me and God are one. Last round. God and me and God are one. Take a deep breath in and bring your mudra to your belly and press your elbows back and your palms into your belly. Keep the same eyes, breath of fire. And feel how your hands are pressing your belly so that you can really pump and dance up and down and inwards and outwards with your breath of fire. If it feels better to do long, deep breaths today, then do that. Especially if there's any kinds of physiological or health reasons to keep yourself calm and grounded. Just find how your diaphragm is pressing against your hands with the in-breaths and out-breaths. And if you need to take a break from the breath of fire, then do so, but come back whenever you feel okay. Last few seconds. Eyes gazing at the chin. Three, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. And with the out breath, bring your hands to your lap, back to the lap. Eyes gazing in the to the chin. In and out through your mouth, O-shaped mouth, circle breath. Feel again how your belly is activated, and if this is again too much for you today, long deep breaths. We're really clearing, and it's a very purifying breath. We're really energizing our being here. Three, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and bring your mudra to your chest. Press your chest, bring your elbows back, shoulder blades together, relax your neck. Now hold your breath and breathe out, pressing your chest. Then deep breath in again. Hold your breath, press your chest. Eyes gazing at the chin, closed eyes. Breathing slowly out. And again, deep breath in. Hold your breath. Squeeze and press your breast cage, and then let's look left and right. And back to center, and pressing your chest, hold your breath as long as you can, comfortably and controlled. And you're really squeezing and tensing your spine, squeezing and tensing your elbows and your shoulder blades, holding, elevating that, infusing every single cell in your body, expansion of your energy. And then breathing out and come down, lying on your back for a short relaxation. Please cover yourself, use socks and some kind of a blanket to make sure that you feel safe and you can nourish. Even a thin blanket can tell your nervous system that it's safe for you to relax. Allowing your whole body, mind and soul be nourished. And also allowing a moment for integration of this powerful practice where we're moving a lot of blockages, clearing the chakras and your soul body. So allow that energy to find their place wherever it needs to go. rotating your wrists and your ankles one direction and then the other direction. With your next in breath, allow yourself to be long and stretch your hands over your head and really allow the whole skin to be stretched from your underarms, your sides, your belly, your hip flexors, all the way from your toes to your fingertips. Yawns are really welcome, and when you're done, you can bring your knees to your chest and give your back a little bit of a stretch, a little bit of a massage. And then either through coming one side and then up, you can come rocking up to our meditation. And for a moment, just allow yourself to arrive. Find back yourself. Find back your roots. Find back your energy field around you. Bring your hands to Gyan Mudra and lift that Gyan Mudra simply and gently up from your bending from your elbows. Close your eyes. And let's take 2 strokes of breath through an O-shaped mouth and 1 breath out through your nose. Take a break in between, if you need to slow down, if you need to make it a little bit softer, then do that. There's no need to push. We are developing with consistency, not by going across our own borders. So stay soft, stay rooted, and allow your belly to pump life force and creativity into your being. And the breath in nourish you, and the breath out purify and connect your intuition. And together with the Kriya oneness and with the practice for the chakras, you can find this complete sense of being in you, being in the world, being in your soul, connected to the oneness and the spirit, and just find your bliss and relaxation in your rhythm today. breath, make sure that the fingers pointing up are pointing straight up, and that your Gyan Mudra is by your shoulders, by your throat chakra. And you can even feel the connection of your index finger to your throat and to your ears. Navel is activated, allowing your sit bones to root and your tailbone to relax. Active shoulder blades in the back connected to each other, allowing the shoulders to relax. The heart is open, really looking upwards and outwards. Also activating our third eye, and the third eye is connected to our pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland is behind our nose bone, where our eyebrows and the nose meet, inside in the middle of our brain. Feel that breath coming in, and it's going up into our cavities in our head. And the breath out is creating the circulation from mouth to nose, from our throat and ear to our third eye, lifting our consciousness to an elevated state and bringing our third eye to vibrating. Make sure that your fingers are pointing upwards, and the Gyan Mudra, they're smiling at each other, and they are at the level of our throat, and they're quite close. So your palms are next to your shoulders. Beautiful. Last few minutes, almost there. Keep rooting while elevating and going up. There's the circulation of up and down. Allow your relaxation with the out breath. Allow all your fascia and your body, your roots to relax. It's almost like jumping. You have to touch the ground to be able to jump up again. Up and jump up. Last 30 seconds. Two, one. Hold, deep breath in. Hold your breath. Squeeze your root lock. Gaze at the third eye point. Fingers pointing up. Relax your heart and your shoulders. Chin tucked in. The energy is opening up to the cosmos through our crown and our third eye. And breathe out. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. Deep breaths in and out. And all that energy that we have been lifting up can now really ground. The heavy material, heavy particles are falling downwards, while your soul and your energy and your consciousness are rising up against the gravity. connecting with the cosmos, the spirit, nature. And let's close our session chanting 3 times Satnam. Truth is my name. Truth is my identity. And truth is that we are all one. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Feel how you feel. Take a deep breath in again. Bring your eyes to the 3rd point. And with your out breath, feel your aura. 2 feet around you and 6 feet underground. And with the next breath, let's chant 3 times. Longer Sat, shorter Nam. Satnam. Please ground your energy by bringing your palms and foreheads to the ground, or if you can't, then just bow. Bowing to Mother Earth, to the Gurumukhi language, and this deep wisdom and wisdom tradition that we can benefit from. And thank yourself for showing up for yourself. It's not a small feat. So, Satnam.